Now let's retouch a long exposure photography. I think if you press I, you can see this was shot at f13 for 20 seconds. That's why you've got like very stretchy cloud. But the problem is that the white balance is very magenta, and that became from the ND filter I was using. It's got some spots. There's different things, different issues to correct here. So let's start off by opening the shadows. Ooh, bringing on the highlights, and then holding the Option key to the black and to do the white. Okay, that's already giving you a lot of power. Let's add some contrast. Now it's very magenta. So let's go into daylight, for example. Daylight is very blue, so maybe let's bring back a little bit of the magenta and let's make it a little warmer, something like this. White balance is one of the biggest changes you can make to your photo. It really does the difference. On this one, I love how sharp it is. So let's add even more texture to the Notre Dame, but let's do some minus clarity so that the overall photo is kind of like more diffuse. Vibrance and saturation I'm not going to touch because it's very, very colorful. Now I don't think I want to crop this photo so much, but I do want to make the sky a little darker. So I'm going to take a gradient here, and I'm going to make the sky a little darker like that. So we are really onto Notre Dame. I want to maybe make another circle there so that it's a little darker there. Okay, and then I want to do some dodge and burn. So I'm gonna make a circle like this here. Remember, a circle, and then make sure invert is on, make sure feather is here, and let's add some texture. Let's add some brightness to it a little bit, not too much. Let's go at the limit 0.4, not over 0.5. Okay, I'm liking this. Maybe even more clarity, just to make this part pop. And one circle here, right click, duplicate, another circle there. It's just gonna make the light a little more complex. All right. I think I want to add make it a little darker. I want to make it very dramatic. I'm not sure the blue works for me, so I want to make it a little warmer, a little more magenta. Yeah, something like that. That's kind of cool. A little more contrasty. Yeah. And at any point, you can press the backslash key to see the before and the after. Before, after. Okay, a couple of spots to take care of. So let's go here. And so we did the gradient. We did the circle. We got, that's the problem with long exposure, you get a lot of spot. We still have the brush to do. Let's do just a slight, very light brush just for the cloud. So 0.3, flow intensity really low in the 60s. And I just want to bring a little more details to the clouds. And, there is, and help like the waves, there's basically like flows of clouds because of the long exposure. I want to increase this flow even more by painting like this. And it doesn't look like I'm doing much, but you will see at the end I am doing a lot. And let's see here, maybe make this a little tad brighter. I like to give more volume to the clouds, and maybe here it's a little obvious. So when you use a brush tool, if you hold on the Alt key, it becomes an eraser, and I can just erase that stroke because I thought it was a little too much. And let's see, before that brush stroke, after that brush stroke. And when you have a brush stroke that you like, and I do like this one, you want to make another one, just click on new. So you can edit which one however you want. On this one, I just want to add a little bit of light and yellow, maybe here, to make it even brighter. I want people to look here. You want to make bright where you want people to look, maybe here. Just a little bit of dodging there and making it a bit brighter there. Let's see here. Oh, the flow is so low that it doesn't do much. That's fine. I can just increase the flow and just repaint over it, and it's just going to make it kind of subtle. All right. I'm going to make this a little bright. I'm always looking like, where do I want people to look at? Okay. So let's see, before the brush stroke, you'll see it's kind of subtle. Here, before, after. I mean, it does something. So, really do this checklist of first the gradient, then the circle, and then the brush.